Welcome back to Welcome back to Blightfall episode 24. Let's play. My name is Shade of Dead, and we are here again. And I'm going to be doing some more research with my Thaumcraft Nelian. We're going to see what I went and I did a whole mess load, and a couple other things. Um, I don't know if you can see. Are you what? Are you for cereal? Take a hammer to the face. Fiery skeleton. Where the heck did you come from? Oh, I bet he spawned on this. Let's get some light here. Let's get some light. He must have spawned on this. No spawning. That's no. Alright, so I guess we know that's a thing. Anyway, I built this little tower here with put some ladders on it, and I started expanding the top. And also, while I was making the last video, I went and did some research. Okay, so when you're doing the infusion, it does symmetry, but only on the blocks that affect the infusion. I could put like a crafting table out there somewhere, and I guess it doesn't affect it. It's only the bits that actually affect the infusion process, your altars, and your stuff for stability, which is the candles, as you can see down there, and crystal clusters, which I don't have any. Also, severed heads for some reason. That my arrow went away. That seems to work too. But the way it works is it does from 10 blocks below, you can put stability items, and on the same plane out to 12 blocks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a up here. I'm going to build a another level up to like 10 blocks above, or well, I'll probably do like 8 blocks above, and up there I'll build the infusion altar. Down here I can maybe put you know crystal clusters or candles once we're able to build those, which we should be able to possibly start doing after today. So let me just get right back here, down here, show you all the research I've done as soon as I get rid of all the... What is that? Common treasure. Is that from that skeleton? I got some gold coins. Nice. We're in the money. I got an ender pearl too? What the heck? A bone? Alright, we got some stuff, but I'm going to find a place to dump all this junk. I have so much stuff anymore. It's disgusting. Here, we'll put it in here. Magmatite. We don't need the glass right now. Don't need the egg. Don't need the ink sac at the moment. Don't need the feather. We need room is what we need in my inventory. And we'll even put the dirt in there. Okay, and we're going to go over here to my bookshelf because I have all of these discoveries right here. Yep. We're going to look at them all. First one I wanted to look at, and honestly, I was really tempted to do this one, is the Ring of Nutrition, because if that makes things easier to eat, then I want to know about it right now. And that one is down here, Ring of Nutrition. People keep scolding you. They insist that you can't eat cookies all day or that nutrition doesn't work like that. Well, you've had it with these naysayers. The Ring of Nutrition provides a boost to the food and saturation values of most foods you eat while wearing the ring on your finger. Side effects may include nausea, headaches, cramping, vertigo, diabetes, and sudden interest in homeopathy. Oh, well, but I've got to get some gluttony shards, of which I have none, and I don't know how to make yet. So, oh well, we will one day. Lord of Hellfire. Never get stranded again. Oh shoot, I was going to show you how I did these. There's Lord of Hellfire. Ring Nutrition, I guess you'll be on your own. But here's Lord of Hellfire. It is a complex one. I think it started with Ignis, Iter, which is travel, and Infernus. So this is a forbidden magic one, and that's how I put it together. Okay, so let's see what that one does. And read it real quick. Never get stranded again. Getting stranded in the Nether is the worst. You go through all the trouble of grabbing what you need, but before you can go home, some stupid ghast decides to rain on your prey by blasting the portal shut. Sure, this can be amended by carrying a flint and steel around, but who actually walks around with those things? Discovered a way to use Viz on your wand to light fires on certain materials. Right-click with a focusless wand in your hand on the top of netherrack or obsidian to light a flame using some ignis from your wand. I can, I, I can create fire. Well, I can't with this one. I have to take my focus off. But um, I gotta find some. I have a little bit of netherrack here somewhere. I think that's soul sand. Where's my netherrack? What'd you guys do with it? Anyway, we'll play with that later. Next one on the list we want to look at. Let's look at Arcane Ear. Now this came off of the Arcane goggles. So it was Sensus, Ordo, and Potentia. You can see is Ordo, Modus, Velatus, Air, Velatus, Modus, Air, Sensus. It was pretty simple. But we're gonna. Oh, no. We're gonna get that one. What was that? Tainted Stone. Alright, Arcane Ear. Alright, let's see what that is. Boom. It's always nice, puts these little sparkles so you can find them easy. Shh, do you hear something? The device is capable of detecting the sound emitted from nearby note blocks. If it hears a note it recognizes, it will emit a short redstone pulse. The Arcane Ear needs to be tuned in a manner identical to note blocks. The tone and note it listens for depends on the material it is placed on. Okay. And here's what we can use zombie brains for. Alright. That we found. Gold, iron, great wood planks, and some redstone. And 10 air and 10 ordo. Well, I probably won't be using that anytime real soon. But let's see what we got next. Alright, it wants me to do crystal scribing tools. Crystal scribing tools. Now this one was, it started Cognitio, Praecantatio, and Vitreous. Is it right? Vitreous? That's what it's called? Yeah, Vitreous. So, it was difficult. I had to go Ignis, Vellum, Ignis, Infernus, Praecantatio. And then we went to Vitium, Perditio, Permutatio, Ordo, Vitreous. So, while there was only 3 spots in between, I had to do 4 to get it connected. Or at least that's what the website told me to do. So, that's where that came out. Okay, crystal scribing tools. Down here. Combining elemental shards with your inkwell results in some interesting effects. The crystal scribing tools seem to absorb knowledge as you use them to write. Once the well is empty of ink, you can absorb the knowledge for a small burst of research points by holding the tools in your hand and right-clicking. Unfortunately, this burns the tool out and turns it back into a mundane scribing tool. Well, that's not terrible. It turns it back into a mundane scribing tool, but you can just craft it again. So, and this thing's almost broken anyway, so we might as well, real quick, just do that. Where did my ink sacks go? I think I stuck them over here. I think I put them in here. Yep. Need an ink sac, and I need 2 shards. Which 2 should I use? I guess we'll use these evil entropy shards here. Go to my arcane workbench, because I don't know that I need the mana to do this, but we're going to do it that way. Boom and boom. And we need a wand in there. Yep, it takes 1 ordo, 1 water. Big whoop. Alright, crystal scribing tools. We'll put these back in here. We'll see how they work once I wear them out, which I'm sure I will. Alright, next research is Umbral Rose, Save the Squid. It was Herba, Tenebrae, Sensus, Herba to Arba, to Air, to Lux, to Tenebrae, to Vacuous, to Fames, to Nvidia, to Sensus. And again, this is a forbidden magic one that you can put together with census and fames. All right, and oh, I got to get it out of there so I can read it. Read it, and Thaumanomicon. Umbral Rose. There's no sight more pathetic than a soggy thaumaturge. For all your great and miraculous powers, you still have to go jump in the nearest lake and hunt for squids every time you want to refill your inkwell. You're done squid hunting. By infusing a rose with tenebrae and victus, alright, 8 tenebrae, 5 victus, you can create a flower that spreads like a weed and whose petals can be crushed for ink. So I can make an umbral rose bush and it will spread. So I can make like a place and it'll come out here, and then I can make from it, evidently, I can make, I take 1 umbral rose and I get 2 shadow ink, which will work just like my ink sacs do. Alright. Next, we are going to do tainted stone. Maybe. Where did it go? Where did it? Hello? Guys? Oh, there it is. That was weird. That was very weird, actually. This one had Ordo, Terra, and Vitium. And so we just kind of went around the horn here. We went Ordo to Sano to Victus to Limium to Aqua to Victus to Terra to Victus to Terra to Victus to Mortus to Perditio to Vitium. Okay. And that's for Tainted Stone. What is this good for? I don't know. It's probably not good for anything good, but the taint rocks on. Tainted lands aren't very safe places to be. Fibrous taint hungry spreads and crawls over most surfaces. Thanks. Eventually enveloping them and making them unsafe to walk on. The fibers don't appear to be harmful to tainted creatures or materials, however. By mixing taint in with regular stone, you've created a magical material which is structurally stable but resistant to the spread of fibrous taints. Tainted stone can be used to build surfaces in tainted lands which are safe to walk on. Not that building in tainted lands is advisable. And you can make bricks. Alright, so you need goo or a taint shard. Well, we can probably get the goo easier. And it will make 9 tainted stones. So I could build, theoretically, out there. And it would resist the taint from spreading. Maybe make just like a wall around. Like a 1 square wall. I wanted to try that with glass too. Because it doesn't seem to grow in glass. And see if we can hold the fibers taint back, if not the taint of the ground. One way, and this is something I hadn't really shown anybody yet, but if you hit F3 and you point at the ground, okay, you see on the left there about what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines up from the bottom. You can see it says MS Mountain Valley. That is the biome I'm currently in. And so if I move, I'll get the egg. And if I move out here, okay, now it's this tainted land. All right, so Monument Valley, tainted land. Monument Valley, tainted land. So that can tell you whether or not an area is clean or not. This isn't clean, but the water is keeping the fibrous taint from spreading across. Okay, so because the water, the fibrous taint can't spread across it, this is still considered tainted. It's just not going to have fibrous taint on it. So that's something to keep in mind when you're trying to cleanse the land for the quests. Stupid rain. When you're trying to cleanse the land for the quests, this is how you determine whether or not the land is clean. Whether or not it says tainted land, or whether it says, you know, whatever the biome is, forest, monument, valley, or what have you. So let's keep that in mind. Next bit of research, let's do transvector interface. This one was Perditio to Ordo. There's probably an easier way to do this, but you probably can just do, what is it, permutatio, and then either Ordo or permutatio, and come back here because permutatio is made from both of them mixing together. But I did it this way. This is what the website said. And this is just an example to show you. Yes, it's not always the most ideal way to get a connection done. Like I said, permutatio, Perditio, and if I'd put permutatio here again, I would have had it but I use Vitium because this is what it suggested I do. So we got Vitium, Perditio, Permutatio, Ordo. And this is, I'm not sure what this is. This is on the Thalmic tinkering page. And this gives us the transvector interface. There's only 6 sides to a block, and myth busted. Your latest construct can be bound to a block in the nearby vicinity. Its sides will mimic the sides of the block selected, and it'll function as an extension. It can accept Buildcraft, TE3, IC2, power, essentia, items, and liquids, being able to also export the latter of the two. So items and liquids, it can export. Okay. This takes 16 Perditio, 12 Ordo, Arcane Stone Blocks, an Ender Pearl, Lapis Lazuli, or Lazuli, Redstone. In order to bind an interface on the block, you need to create a special tool to do so. You need a transvector binder to get the job done. Simply right-clicking on the interface followed by right-clicking on the target. These two get bound and ready for operation. The limit is short, only 4 blocks. Note, Buildcraft pipes need to be broken and replaced to work. So we got order, stick, 2 iron ingots, and you get a transvector binder. It's also possible by right-clicking this block with any other to camouflage it as the block held. To remove it to remove to cover, simply right-click on the camouflage block with an empty hand. Okay. So I'm not smart enough to figure out what that means right away. We will have to look at that. Sinister Lodestone. This is probably going to give me warp. Forbidden Knowledge is going to give me a little bit of warp. Census, Air, Lux, Air, Aurum, Breacantatio. And then we had to do... How was this one set up? I don't remember. But then we did Vacuous, Alienus, Vacuous, Alienus, Tenebrae. So it was a little strange in the way it was set up, I guess. Or I did it strange, one of the two. And I've gained warp. I have gained permanent warp. That's good, I guess. Where is it? 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 Oh, it's on this page. There we go. Should be easier to find. Here we go. Sinister Lodestone. Do you dare follow it? You made an interesting discovery during your study of nodes. Different kinds of nodes emit varying types of radiant energy, but none are quite as distinct as that of sinister nodes. Well, yes, we noticed that. The energy emitted by sinister nodes is quite unique and simple to track. By infusing a piece of flint, infusion, alright, you can create a simple scrying device that will light up whenever it is pointed towards such a node. The range is limited, but it is a worthwhile invention since you have often found sinister nodes in the most interesting of places. Okay, alright. Maybe this is worth getting. I wonder if this part was added in here, because he's changed some of the Thaumonomicon. It's not quite the same. It fits this world specifically in some ways, so maybe this will help us find interesting places. And you know I like to find interesting places. I can't wait to get this started, to do this stuff. Oh, you have no idea. Okay. Bloody Scrivener's Tools. So we got Victus, Spiritus, Cognitio, Ignis, Cognitio, Ignis, Lux, Air, Census. That's what we did with that one. Bloody Scrivener's Tools. This, I think, seems to come off of specifically blood magic, which it doesn't really tell you anything here. It just says, hey, this is a thing that people do and we don't know what it does, but I'll complete this research if it kills me. Nothing more frustrating than having to pause your research to refill your inkwell. Sometimes you're just so desperate to complete a research you'd rather use your own blood as ink than stop and go find a refill. The Bloody Scrivener's Tools will refill using life points from their owner's network at a rate of 25 life points per point. This ability requires human warmth to activate, requiring you to remove the tools from the research table, but without having to actually leave the research area. You need a weak blood orb, a feather, and a bucket of life. None of which I think I can do right now. Arcane crafting terminal. This goes with the machines. It was Fabrico, Humanus, Lucrum, Fames, Vacuous, Ordo. And then from there, I did Modus, Machina? What is it? Machina, Modus, Ortus, or Ordo, Potentia. That's how I made this particular one out. And we get Arcane Crafting Terminal complete. It's down here in Energistics. Now here's something new. I don't know. We'll read that here in a minute. Arcane Crafting Terminal. Using primal aspects to bind a terminal to an arcane work table allows you to imbue the terminal with the work table's ability to craft arcane items. A terminal to... Okay. A terminal retains its ability to access items on the ME network, allowing faster and more plentiful crafting, as well as store and swap a set of armor for when you need a quick viz discount. So I can make... let's see, where was that? That was in here somewhere, I think. There's the clothes that you can craft, and if you make those, then you can go and you get a discount on how much viz you use, just like my goggles currently do. My goggles give us a discount. I think it was in here. Must have been in here, yeah. So you can make like the thaumaturge robes, 2, and 1. So you get another 5% off. So you get a total of 10% discount wearing the goggles. And if you had this whole thing, you could use that terminal to store the armor, and you could just swap it out real quick, and then you'd have your full discount. And then you can go back in to do your arcane work table crafting with your wand. Okay. Now, spellbinding cloth. Spellbinding cloth was Praecantatio to Panis. So we went Vitium, Perditio, Mortus, I forget what that one's called, Corpus, Flesh, Bestia, Panis, which is fabric cloth. Alright, we're going to pop that one in here, learn it, and I have a feeling this is going to teach us how to make more. No, I thought it would unlock more. Mixing some enchanted fabric, this stuff, with raw magic power. So we got Perditio, Permutatio, and Praecantatio. You can create a cloth that can be rubbed on an item to wipe it of its enchantments by combining them in a crafting recipe. Okay, so we can wipe away enchantments. So if we don't like what's on something, I guess. But I can't do it. There's this whole web of stuff here, and I mean, there's a whole web of stuff here that we haven't unlocked. I don't know what we need. Missing required research. Dimensional shards. There's a nether and an end shard, I guess. I suppose this is nether, this is end. They're rare. I don't know how they're useful. It says you're not quite sure how. And they're right. I'm not quite sure how. And let's see. I think the last one I got here is the tainted tree. The root of flux bears gross fruit. It went from arbor to, let's see, how was this? I don't remember exactly how it laid out. There was 4. There was arbor, vidium, veneninum, and I think herba. So we went arbor, herba, victus, bestia, humanus, messis. I think it's messis to herba. And then from here we went Victus, Aqua, Victus, Mortus, Perditio, Venenum. And then from here, Perditio, Vidium, Praecantatio, Vacuous, Praecantatio, Vidium. And that gave us the Tainted Tree. We're going to read about that. And I got some more warp, so why not? I said I wanted to play with that, so we're going to play with it. The root of flux. Okay. Sick, twisted runoff of magical experiments can take on a strange life of its own. Most plants are unable to survive in tainted lands, but you found a way to grow one that can by steeping a sapling in taint. Venenum, 4 venenum, and 10 Vitium. You create a tree that can thrive in tainted lands. Its wood can also be turned into planks which are resistant to fibrous taint, allowing you to build structures safe from spreading taint. The tree also seems to bear fruit, but eating them is not recommended. Tainted logs will make tainted planks, and I can smelt a tainted log into hex coal, which I don't know what that is either, but it looks all blue lettered and magically. Okay. All right. Well, um, that's all my research for today. Couple things I know I need to start doing. One of which is I need to get involved in the Botania stuff. I also need to get this built, which I'm going to need a bunch of sand for. I think I'm going to leave it all glass. Glass seems to resist this stuff as well, and well, it'll just let the light back in here too. So, like I said, I'm going to build one floor here out of glass. I'm going to build the next floor above it that I'm going to actually put the infusion altar on, and I'm going to try to get that all done as soon as possible. But also, I'm going to have to get a bunch of sand. We're going to have to go and get, well, I think I've got all the things I need. I may need to craft some more altars. I got to figure out exactly how to lay them all out, and get this all started because, I want to try to do something. I also got to get Essentia in jars, which I haven't been able to figure out where that is in here, um, in order to allow me to do so. It's got to be around here somewhere. It's probably in alchemy. I probably need to expand this out. See, here's how you make the glass files. So I'm assuming the Essentia jars are probably here. So I'm probably going to do the Nitor Alumentum. I'm probably going to stick to this page and do some more research. I've got to get it all done. Got to figure out what I can do so I can start doing the things I think I need to do, and we'll go from there. I do know, like I said, I did some research on the web, and I saw that there is a thing called a Essentia mirror, and that might be the way that we're going to be able to come up with massive amounts of Essentia, because some of this stuff takes like 75 to do. 75 of several different aspects to do. In particular, where is it? Da, da, da. No, it was in Artifice. No, it wasn't Artifice. Where the heck is it? No. No. Alchemy. Yeah. Particularly like Silverwood infusion. It takes 128 Praecontatio, 128 Arbor, 32 Aurum, 48 Sano to make one Silverwood sapling. It takes, where is it? Where's the other one? Tones of Dawn. It takes 16 Aurum, 16 Lux, 48 Ordo, 32 Sano, 32 Tutamin, and 48 Victus in order to come up with one Totem of Dawn. And this is the stuff that confuses me, is this only has 5. But I've got to come up with a way to make this work. So it makes me think I need to have 10 different altars, because I can put an empty one across somehow. I don't know. We've got to figure this out. This is going to be hard to do, I think, for me to figure this all out and get it laid out just right, in order to make this stuff. But I may have to, because I'd like to just set it up once and then not have to move my altars every time I try to make something different. But that may not be possible. We'll see. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to see what stupidity I'm getting up to. I know these haven't been that exciting. Trying to get past all the just boring research that we've got to do right now. As soon as we can do that, then we're going to be good to go as far as going and having fun. We're going to start cleaning this land. As soon as I can get a couple totems of dawn, we're going to test one of those out. We're going to start cleaning the land and just see how well these work. I'm not sure if I'm going to need multiple totems of dawn and like leapfrog them forward. I have a feeling I will, but if possible, two would hopefully allow us to get started on some of the smaller stuff like these islands. Maybe I can just like start at one of the thin edges and leapfrog forward. Also, maybe these islands too. I don't know how much of an area this totem of dawn is going to cover. I really have no idea. So we'll see what we see. Again, I'm going to do a bunch more research off camera. Come back, we'll talk about what they all are, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.